Hello students, welcome to week 3 of Business 340, Principles of Management. There are a number of objectives that we're going to be accomplishing this week, and they're right out of Chapter 5. We're going to look at defining goals and plans and explaining the relationships between them because they are different. We're going to be explaining the concept of an organizational mission and how it influences goal setting and planning and that sort of thing. And we're also going to be describing the types of goals and that an organization should have and how managers work to align those goals. We're going to be defining characteristics of effective goals and effective planning. And then we're going to be defining components of a strategic management and SWOT analysis, and also throwing in there Porter's 5 forces analysis as well. When we think if goals and planning, sometimes we lump all those 2 words, goals, planning, 3 words, plans, we lump them together into the same pile. We use them sometimes synonymously. Well, they are similar, but they're also not the same. And so let's spend a moment just talking about the differences and the relationships. A goal is a desired future state that the organization wants to accomplish. And that's right out of your textbook. The key idea here is to understand where your company is at and where it wants to be. That's that desired future state. So for example, the company may have a goal to boost income by 5%. And another goal might be to reduce turnover of employees by maybe 10%. Another goal may include owning 30% of the market share in your sector of the business. I'm sure most of you have heard of SMART goals by now. Maybe you haven't, but just in case you have not, here's a quick review because we're talking about goals. And there's a framework called SMART goals that helps us define what a good goal is. Specific, that's the S. The goal must be explicit. Like, don't be vague when you're indicating what you're trying to achieve. It needs to be measurable. You need to know what specific metric is being measured within your company already. And you need to know when you reach the goal. So it has to be measurable, otherwise you won't know when you get there. The goal has to be attainable. That's the A part of the SMART goal. The goal you set must be something you can achieve given the current resources. Avoid moonshots. Do something that will stretch you but is within your capacity to achieve. And be relevant. That's the R. The goal must mean something to the organization. Don't set a goal that is not supported by your coworkers or your manager. Make sure it means something, it's meaningful, it's relevant. And then finally, time-bound. That's the T. Time-bound. Any goal must have a firm start and a stop date. So, when you think about writing and setting goals, make sure that the goals that you write are SMART, S-M-A-R-T. According to our text, planning is the act of determining goals and defining the means for achieving them. So, if goals are the ends, the planning is the means to achieve those ends. And that's out of your textbook as well. On page 172, you can find these definitions that we're talking about. And then a plan is a blueprint specifying the resource allocations, the schedules, and other actions necessary to attain those goals. It's not enough to have a goal if you have no plan in place specifying the steps to achieve those goals. Without planning, you simply have great ideas. Interesting, I used to work for a manager that was full of great ideas. He really was. But ideas are not directions, and he often used ideas to set direction, and it became his downfall because he couldn't execute on those great ideas. He was never able to convert them into SMART goals. Make sure you spend time on reading and understanding the Nike analysis. You can find that under the materials needed for success. It's right in there in week 3. It's part of the discussion questions this week as well. And it's a great case study on how a company couples their mission and their vision to achieve their goals using planning. So make sure you spend some time. It's a beefy file, but it's worth looking at. It'll give you some good ideas and direction to head towards as you think about some of the exercise you have to write this week. Be sure to spend time on studying Exhibit 5.1 in your text as well. It's a great graphic showing the framework about how mission and vision drive goals, and how goals drive plans and then subsequent action. All right, let's pivot for just a moment and talk about strategic planning. There are various types of strategic planning tools, but the most popular and easy ones are the SWOT analysis and then the 5 forces analysis by Porter. These are both shown in your book on pages 189 and 193. I've used the SWOT analysis throughout my career in and out of times and that sort of thing, and these can be very tedious times, but boy, are they very helpful to affirm the direction of the company or set it in a new direction. Learn this tool, and you'll be a valuable member of your team. In fact, to help you learn the SWOT analysis tool, you get to practice it for real in a real company this week. Your assignment, you can find this in the syllabus, is to do a SWOT analysis, a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats analysis on a local eatery in your area. Be sure to read about this assignment early in the week so you can be starting and thinking about this throughout the week. Now listen, this is a fairly heavy lift compared to the previous papers. Don't underestimate what it will take to complete this assignment. If you wait till Saturday to start this, you're not going to do very well because it takes quite a bit of analysis and thinking long before you even start doing some of the writing, okay? So it's going to require some thinking and analysis. Don't wait to get started on this. Start it today. All right, that's it. As a reminder, your initial response to the discussion questions are due on Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. Arizona time. The weekly quiz is due by Friday, 11:59 p.m. Quick note on the quiz. I'm going to start staying away from some of those like fill-in-the-blank questions because those are the ones that are causing us trouble where you type in the right answer for the fill-in-the-blank questions and it marks you off wrong. I'm sorry, it's a technical problem. I don't know what's going on with Canvas. So I'm going to start staying away from those and doing more multiple choice and true and false. But all that to say, the quizzes are still due on Friday, 11:59 p.m. And the writing assignment is due by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. And don't forget that I hold virtual office hours each Tuesday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Arizona time. You can find that Zoom link to my weekly virtual office hours on the home page or on the course welcome tab on the how-to page. So remember, God is on his throne. He's always been there, always will be. You all have a great week.